most streamed metal bands according to Spotify. Let's get into this. So I'm going to be focusing on the most streamed metal acts, but also focusing on my favorite songs by bands, as well as albums that I recommend by certain bands. So this isn't like quite a ranking, it's just based upon what is streamed the most. So one of my favorites by a bat is Outstrider, which is the fifth most streamed song by a bat. And other songs I recommend is Winterbane and Scar Core. When it comes to Asix, amongst their most streamed songs, Death Hammer's one of my favorites. But other recommendations are MS Bismarck, My Beloved Enemy, 3 Years of Famine, The Grand Denial, Thoughts of an Atheist, The Blood I Spilled, Died Yesterday, Fear My Greed, Asix, The Sickening Dwell, Food for the Ignorant, The Crusher, The Wreck, Vermin, Ode to a Nameless Grave, Back into Eternity, Incarcerated Chimeras, Emperors of Salvation, Deaths of Eternity, and Wardroid. This is the super comprising of Ronnie James Dio, Tommy Iommi, Vinny Appice, and Geezer Butler, and I highly recommend their album from start to finish. When it comes to Warbringer, amongst their most streamed songs, The Black Hand Reaches Out and 5 Pound Kills are one of my favorites, and they're both the third and fifth most streamed songs. Other songs I recommend are Hell on Earth, Tales of the Serpent, Onslaught, Notre Dame King of Fools, Total War, Divinity of Flesh, Spectral Asylum, Shellfire, Words of the Vanquish, Silhouettes, Crush Beneath the Tracks, At the Crack of Doom, and Echoes from the Void. Looking at Possessed, when it comes to their most streamed songs, they're among my favorites. And we're talking The Exorcist, Death Metal, Pentagram, Burning in Hell, and No More Room in Hell. And I highly recommend you check out their debut album, Seven Churches, as well as their most recent album, Revelations of Oblivion. When it comes to Tankard, one of my favourite songs by them is the second most streamed song, Die With a Beer in Your Hand. Songs I recommend are Of Strange People Talking Under Arabian Skies and Minds on the Moon. Google. Some of their most streamed songs are amongst my favorites. We're talking like from their most streamed to like their fourth most streamed songs, and this is Radix Malorum, Prayer, Gravel's Snap, and Prevoten's App and Barring. Albums I recommend that you listen to: Pentagram, Under the Sign of Hell, Quantus Possant ad Sataniatetum Trahunt, and Instinctus Bestialis. I hope I said that right again. When it comes to Destruction, their most streamed song, Fresh to Death, is one of my favorites. Other recommendations are Bullets from Hell, Release from Agony, Beyond Eternity, and Curse the Gods. There's creators of the New Age, and the two albums I recommend you check out by Destruction are Cracked Brain and Inferno Overkill. When it comes to 6 Feet Under, the second most streamed song, Feast on the Blood of the Insane, is one of my favorites, but I also recommend you check out The News, Amputator, Prophecy, Death Clerk, Shadow of the Reaper, Ghost of the Undead, Resurrection of the Rotten, Zombie Executioner, Doomsday, Escape from the Grave, Ring of Blood, One Bullet Left, No Warning Shot, 420, Death or Glory, War is Coming, Still Alive, and The Day the Dead Walked. When it comes to My Dying Bride, their most streamed song You're Breaking Short is amongst one of my favourites. But also, so is their fourth most streamed song, My Mind in Silence. Albums I recommend you check out by My Dying Bride are Turn Loose the Swans, Elana Deathless Kings, and For Lies I Sigh. But guys, let me know what your favourite songs are by these bands or albums, and I'll catch you for part 2.